What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor & Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor & Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor & Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, December the 4th. It's a pleasure to have you with you today. We're gonna chat about CoMo Youth Works in just a minute, but first I want to mention Rob Krause from Capital City Productions was supposed to be with us, but some unforeseen circumstances prevented him from getting up here today. But I want to remind you about the big Christmas show production they have coming up. It is Capital City Productions Christmas My Way. It's a Sinatra holiday bash. They've got wonderful singers in there, all doing all of the top Frank Sinatra tunes and a lot of Christmas songs too. So this is going to be a wonderful production. If you want to see it, the evening performances are December the 6th, 7th, and 8th, December the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and December 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And then they have matinees. December the 8th, 15th, and 22nd. You can get your tickets online at capitalcityproductions.org. And it just sounds like it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful production. If you like Frank Sinatra music and Christmas music, Capital City Productions Christmas Sinatra Bash with great music. Okay? So go see it. Now, I want to introduce you to Loretta Schouten. Good to have you here,
Thanks
Loretta,
for having me.
From CoMo Youth Works, and you brought along a special guest. This is
Pastor Charles Stephenson from Marshall, Missouri.
Good to have you here.
Glad to be here, sir.
Yeah, and we met a long time ago, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
On the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon. It goes back, what, 20, 25 years?
Yes, sir.
But what are you doing now with CoMo Youth Works?
Well, we're in partnership with, I'm the CEO of Powerhouse Community Development Corporation, and we have a fatherhood initiative, and we have partnership with CoMo Youth Works to begin to impact the lives of young men and young women. We have a fatherless epidemic in the United States. Over 25 million children grow up in America without their fathers.
Wait, 25 million?
25 million youth grew up without their fathers. And what is significant is that over 50% of youth in America grew up without their fathers, in comparison only 15% around the world. So we really have an epidemic here, and it's really impacted the social system.
Compare that again. In America?
In America, over 50% of children grew up without their father living in the same household, compared to 15% worldwide in other countries.
15% worldwide, 50% in the
America.
United States.
Yes, sir. Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so we're working with CoMo Youth Works to be able to address that issue, because it has such an impact on our social structure. 80% of youth, young women that are pregnant, didn't have a father in their lives. 90% of all juveniles in trouble, there was no father in their lives. 73% of all men and women incarcerated, no fathers in their lives. And so we're seeing the epidemic, the impact of a fatherless generation, and that's what we're seeing in our society, and it's had a real demoralizing impact on our society.
So what are you doing? How are you counteracting that?
Well, what we do, we have what we call Fathers Committed to Families. And what we do, we work with young men, either in a preventive state or young fathers. We work with them to help them build skills. From life skills, from healthy relationships to financial management, financial literacy. So we begin to teach them about their responsibility. If you would go back to the early America with the Native Indians, they had a thing called rite of passage, and that's where the father would take the young son away from the mother, and they would take them out fishing and hunting, and they would go on an excursion, and if they made it back through the winter, they would be embraced as men, but they were taught and learned, and a lot of times those young men didn't even get their names. They would go fishing. If they were good fishermen, and the father would name them, say Little Pisces or Great Bear,
So they would be gone the whole winter?
Yes, and come back, and if they survived the winter, learned to brave the winter, they would come back and be embraced by their tribe as young men because they had learned what we call life skills. And so in our society, there's no life skills being taught. We have so many men, young men and women growing up without their father to teach them life skills, how to grow, how to manage, how to handle responsibilities. And so it's just really sad.
Yes, so many of these young people are learning on the streets.
Yes, sir.
Which is not good.
No, sir, not at all.
Now, that's a lot different than turning life skills by going out into the woods and fishing and hunting to survive. Loretta, how did your organization get hooked up with him?
So it was through the state, actually. So we have common friends at the state. And so we work with the state agencies a lot and partner to provide programs. And they introduced us to Charles and his programs. And a lot of the kids we work with, those 14 to 30-year-olds, they're fathers. And they don't know how to be a father. Yeah. And so when I talked to Charles and I learned about the Fatherhood program that they're offering in other counties in our state, so we got to bring that to Boone County because my kids need it, our kids need it.
How many kids have you touched with this program so far?
So we just got started, and we have a class on Thursdays that's completely full. So we have 13 fathers coming on Thursdays.
But obviously, there's a lot more than 13 people out there who need help.
So we have a waiting list because it's a curriculum we teach. And so first you have to be certified in the curriculum so you can facilitate the class and be an effective facilitator and really reach these
So
kids.
Are you looking for volunteers, for people listening today, if they want to volunteer to help teach this class? Is that something you're looking for or not?
Not necessarily looking for people to teach. We've got qualified teachers. We're looking more for men that can volunteer, that can help be mentors. These young men have not seen the model. They cannot emulate something they've not seen.
So you're looking for someone who could be a mentor for the young people.
Yes,
what
sir.
do they need to do?
They need to contact us at CoMo Youth Works and get with us, and we can take them through the curriculum, do some training and development.
So what are you expecting of the mentor?
The mentor, I'm just expecting them to be able to engage in the young men's lives, to help them with some basic fundamental things as a father would. I know my father growing up, he taught me the responsibility of work. He taught me the responsibility of being able to be able to share and be able to be responsible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things we're seeing is that these young men don't know. Again, they've got all their street credence from the streets.
Right.
They don't understand the things that are necessary to be, as far as financial, as far as tending to family, as far as
honesty,
integrity, all those different values. And so it's a lot of morals and values and principles to live by.
How much time are you expecting a volunteer to give?
We can go anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a week. It's just depending what time frame they have, and there's other activities that they can interact. Mainly, it's once the kids go through the curriculum, get the educational piece. It's about someone being able to check with them and talk to them because they're going to get in situations. They're going to need to make choices, and I think that's the biggest thing: being able to be cognitively capable of making logical choices.
We're out of time, but Loretta, how do they get in touch with you, real quick?
256-1896.
573-256-1896 or online at CoMo Youth Works, right?
Right.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.